everyone, I'm Dr. Ruchi Mishra Tiwari, and this video I'm recording specifically for the students of BA Honours English and MA English Literature, because there is one paper which is called Indian Classical Literature, and we have taken up the topic from that syllabus, and this is Kalidas's Abhigyan Shakuntalam. So we are going to see a little bit about the poet Kalidas and the theme of Abhigyan Shakuntalam. So let's see. So we are going to see the main theme of Kalidas's Abhigyan Shakuntalam. So please note the spelling. The spelling of Abhigyan, instead of G-Y, we have the letter J. So always remember that those words where gear, the alphabet gear is used. The spelling in English, we use the alphabet J for the alphabet gear of Hindi. So Abhigyan in the word Gyan, instead of GY, we are using the letter J. So please remember the spelling of Abhigyan Shakuntalam. Now Kalidas, we will study a little bit about Kalidas. Kalidas was a classical Sanskrit author. He is the greatest playwright and dramatist of Sanskrit language. Like Shakespeare is called the greatest dramatist in English, Kalidas is equivalent to that, or maybe considered much better than even Shakespeare, and he has written in Sanskrit and Prakrit language. He is belonging to the period of King Vikramaditya, who was ruling Ujjain. So he was the court poet of Vikramaditya around 4th to 5th century. Abhigyan Shakuntalam is a Sanskrit play which is dramatizing the story of Shakuntala as told in the epic Mahabharata. So this story of Abhigyan Shakuntalam is actually a part of the epic of Mahabharata. Sir William Jones has translated this the story of Abhigyan Shakuntalam for the first time in 1798, and he titled the story as The Fatal Ring. So for the first time it was translated in 1798, and later on it was translated many a times, and there are many versions of the story of Abhigyan Shakuntalam originally taken from the epic of Mahabharata, and like these are the translators: C.S.I. Shastri, M.R. Kale, Monier, Williams, and many other translators are there who have translated the story of Abhigyan Shakuntalam into English. So now we will see the story. Now Shakuntala was a beautiful girl born in the forest, and she was the daughter of Rishi Durvasa and Menaka. So Menaka was a beautiful angel from heaven, and Shakuntala was born as their daughter, and she was born and brought up by Rishi Munis and sages and saints in the forest, and she was a very beautiful girl. And in the forest only, she once King Dushyant, the Dushyant was basically the lineage is coming from his son was Bharata, and Bharat, the name of Bharat has been named after Dushyant's son only. So during that time he was ruling the area around Delhi, and King Dushyant was a very powerful king. So he had come to the forest to do some kind of hunting, and he had shot at one deer in the forest, and this deer was a small deer and was belonging to this beautiful girl Shakuntala. So when Shakuntala notices that the deer has been shot by the arrow of King Dushyant, she feels very sorry, and she's trying to take care of that deer. And when King Dushyant sees that, so he falls in love with this beautiful girl called Shakuntala, and King Dushyant stays in that forest for a few days, and their love story develops, and they two develop intimacy, and King Dushyant gives a beautiful ring to Shakuntala as a token of their love, and they also get married in the forest. But this marriage is not much legalized, because it was not happening in front of everybody. It was only in the forest, in front of few people, the marriage takes place. Now after the ring, he hands over the ring to Shakuntala. He leaves the forest area and goes back to his kingdom, and he says that okay, after some time Shakuntala can also come back to the palace. Now Shakuntala there is lost in the dreams of Dushyant. She's all the time thinking about Dushyant, and a sage passes by in the forest, and he was a very respectable sage, and when he was passing by, everybody wishes and bows to him, but Shakuntala was so lost in her dreams that she forgets to bow down in front of that rishi. So this rishi gets very angry, and he curses Shakuntala that, in whoever dreams, in whichever person's dream you are lost, that person will actually forget you, and the person will not remember you. So then Shakuntala realizes, oh, that Rishi Muni is cursing her. So he immediately rushes to the she immediately rushes to the sage, and she asks for forgiveness, that please forgive me. So the sage says, okay, if you show the ring, or if you show whatever the king has so she goes and asks for forgiveness from the rishi, and rishi says, okay, you can that person will remember if you show the sign of your love, if you show what he has given to you. And the meantime, Shakuntala also gets pregnant, and she delivers a baby. Now with this baby, when she was going to the king, when she was going with this ring towards the king, so she was going through a boat, and in the her hands were there inside the water, and the ring slips into the mouth of that fish, and there was no ring in her hand now, and she does not realize it. But then she goes ahead to meet King Dushyant along with her son. Now when she goes to meet Dushyant, so Dushyant is not able to recognize Shakuntala and the son, because of the curse of that rishi, or curse of that saint, and he says, I don't recognize you. So Shakuntala is completely heartbroken, and with her son she comes back to the forest. Now in the meantime, a fisherman, when he caught that fish, and he discovers in the stomach of that fish, he discovers a ring which was belonging to the kingdom, to the palace, or to the king. So he immediately rushes to the king and says that I have found a ring inside the stomach of a fish. And when Dushyant sees that ring, he immediately recalls of all the incidents and of all the memories that he has had with Shakuntala in the forest, and then he goes to the forest to meet Shakuntala, and he begs down and asks for Shakuntala's forgiveness, and Shakuntala forgives Dushyant, and their family is reunited. That is, Dushyant, Shakuntala, and their son is reunited, and this son grows up to become a king of the whole of India, and his name was Bharat and Bharat, and the whole kingdom of India was known after him, Bharat, and the lineage continues, and the Kauravas and Pandavas were born after that. So this was basically the story of Dushyant and Shakuntala. The main theme here is of love, revenge, and how the lovers are separated for some time, and that they get reunited in the end. And such a dramatic story that movies are made and films are made, and such dramatic story was written millions of years before by the famous poet Kalidas. So I hope that you understood the whole story. Thank you so much for watching the video.